You look very skinny. They were a little concerned for you because you're really skinny. And I said, I think she's a bit stressed.
Kylie Jenner just ripped off my entire collection. They said, we developed these designs through our team's hard work and innovation.
I just think it's a little shady that we're finding out about your sister in death, Miss Kris.
The Kardashians are testing their stardom by pushing boundaries and wrecking everything in their way, from Khloé Kardashian's problematic post to Kendall Jenner destroying a small business. These sisters are skilled at taking over and ruining everything good. So let's get into it. If you aren't subscribed to the Let's Get Into It podcast, then you're only getting half the tea. For longer videos, deep dives, and of course, more of me, subscribe to the Let's Get Into It podcast listed in the description below. As you guys know by now, the Kardashians are up to no good, and I've got a bunch of updates for you guys, so let's go ahead and start off by talking about Khloé Kardashian. Now, Khloé was slammed by fans for posting a weird caption on a motivational workout post. So here is her post. I think we're gonna blur the middle part because we don't need all that on my YouTube channel, but Khloé looks great. You know, she struggled with her body before. I'm sure she works out a ton. I'm sure she's seen a doctor a few times, and people are writing the captions weird. So let's go ahead and read the caption. This post is for me to be motivated. Come on, Khloé, you got this. Time to turn up the cardio and the weights. Interesting. Another person actually commented, just reading right here, please consider the thousands of little girls seeing this and how it could affect their self-esteem. Love your body. You are missing an opportunity to create a movement of self-love and acceptance for women and girls of all ages. I really like the whole body positivity movement because there are a lot of people who struggle with their bodies, myself included. And I know it's even more difficult for women. There are so many unattainable beauty standards. Many of her followers rushed to the comment section to note how great she looked in the photo, but others noted that she is a little bit wrong for including such an insensitive caption. One person wrote, "This is not how someone with an influence should use their platform. As many of us know, we have watched you growing up with crippling self-esteem issues, which we hope you are working on, but promoting the idea that this body or any body isn't good enough is dangerous. You should know better, and this doesn't sit well with us." Other fans said that the caption was sad and disappointing, while others criticized the mother of two for not acknowledging that she likely achieved her body with the help of plastic surgery. One person writing, "Big difference between working for it and buying it. We aren't that dumb, Khloé." Another person wrote, "Anybody can get that body if they pay for it and have the money. They get on my nerves with these posts." It's sad because we see fans encourage Khloé to embrace her body, to embrace different sizes, to lead this movement, but Khloé doesn't want to because she's fallen victim to feeling like she has to succumb to these beauty standards, and she has. And if she could get someone, worried about how thin she is or complimenting her figure, then she feels like she has won. Embracing what she's got has been such a foreign idea that I don't fully blame her. I think it's how society has set us up.
You look very skinny. I will say that Kendall and Kylie, not that I'm trying to out them, but they did text me and say that they were a little concerned for you because you're really skinny. And I said, I think she's a bit stressed. And I think that she...
And Kendall said it, the model?
Kendall said it. And so I said, no, guys, she's fine. And I said, you absolutely have every right to be concerned, but I'm telling you, she's fine.
You guys can see the joy on Khloé's face. She's like, wait, hold up. The model said I was too skinny? She seemed like shocked, surprised, honored, everything but concerned. Speaking of Khloé Kardashian, let's talk about her long lost father, or at least her long lost father, O.J. Simpson, who posed an unpredictable threat to the Kardashians for decades. As you guys know, O.J. Simpson recently passed away due to his battle with cancer, but he is a very controversial figure. Years after Nicole's murder, Kim was approached by a media outlet to speak about her, quote, Uncle O.J. The former friend says Kim reluctantly agreed to do it until word got back to O.J. Simpson, who was behind bars for stealing sports memorabilia. O.J. had called Kim from prison, leaving a simple but menacing voicemail. It said, "Kim, it's Uncle OJ. I hope you're doing well. I'll call you soon." This source claims that OJ's tone was neutral but firm. The edge was there. It was like a warning, and Kim was terrified. But Kim wasn't the only one getting creepy calls from OJ. According to this source, Kris Jenner was also in contact with many of the key players in this murder trial. Quote, "It seemed like they were all terrified of OJ Simpson and they were united in keeping track of him for their own safety." Adding that even after Kim decided not to speak about OJ Simpson, it was clear that many still considered OJ a definite, unpredictable threat to the safety of them and their families. They thought OJ was going to come after and kill them, like he allegedly did to Nicole. OJ's association with the Kardashians endured long after trial ended, with rumors swirling that he may have been Khloé Kardashian's biological father. The Kardashians addressed the theories in 2012 in an episode from Keeping Up with the Kardashians titled "Who's Your Daddy?" This is when Kris Jenner tried to encourage Khloé to go and take a paternity test, a DNA test, to make sure that her father is in fact Rob Kardashian, but Khloé did not want to do that. She actually denied it. But following the trial, OJ Simpson kept tabs on everyone involved and would call them if they spoke to a news outlet. Quote, "He didn't miss a story and would resurface in the life of any former associate who dared to talk about him to the press." At this point, OJ was a free man and everybody was deeply afraid of incurring his wrath. Keep in mind that OJ wasn't free from the Nicole situation. He was free from breaking into a facility and trying to steal back sports memorabilia that he thought was stolen from him. So he's dangerous. He's not mentally that well. If you do upset him, maybe he will just show up.
Kris is kind of known for doing these like big elaborate carousel posts on Instagram for birthdays, holidays, and when someone close to her passes away. Not saying OJ is close to her, but they used to be. So I don't know, what do we think? Is Kris going to post a tribute post to OJ? And if so, what do you guys think? Would that be in bad taste? Or would it be in bad taste to not address it? I just know that their PR person is shaking in their boots right now.
Switching gears, let's talk about Kendall Jenner, because she's roasted for flying commercial in an unreal Gucci campaign. Quote, "She would never," which essentially Kendall was hired by Gucci for this campaign, and it looks like she's flying in a commercial plane when we all know that that would never happen. I mean, I don't even know if Kendall Jenner has ever taken a commercial flight. It's probably always been private. Reports write that Kendall Jenner is catching commercial flights in her new Gucci campaign, but fans aren't buying it. When the brand released footage of the Kardashian star running through an airport Thursday, social media trolls were quick to point out her private jet usage. Quote, "Kendall's first time inside an airport be like," one person wrote on Instagram, with another agreeing that Kendall only flies chartered planes. Another person wrote, "This is hilarious because we all know she would never lower herself to commercial flights with, quote, normal people." Another person wrote, "Yeah, okay, Kendall Jenner, in a real airport and not a private jet, so unreal." Sometimes I think the best campaigns are those that we can somewhat relate to, but seeing Kendall Jenner in this situation is so unrelatable that Gucci really misstepped on this one. First off, who looks like that at the airport? And then second off, Kendall would definitely be giving everyone the stank thanks, using some hand sanitizer. She just can't be around these normies. While we're talking about Kendall Jenner, her 818 Tequila team is accused of ruining a beloved AC/DC mural at a local bar in India while promoting the brand at Coachella, which I was there that week at Coachella. I went to Camp Poosh, which was Kourtney's brand. No one was actually there. None of the Kardashians, none of the Jenners showed up, even though they spent all of this money on this big party. I did see Landon Barker there, so at least someone, Kardashian adjacent showed up. But the 818 team is being accused of causing damage to a beloved AC/DC mural. They were there promoting the alcohol brand during the first week of Coachella. They put a large 818 decal sign at a Club 5 bar where they had a pop-up event. However, one of the owners, Randy Franco, now claims that Jenner's team ruined the AC/DC mural underneath the sign, leaving it scuffed and chipped. Meanwhile, sources close to Kendall argue that Randy and his mom were more than aware that the mural may be damaged or destroyed and signed a contract agreeing to it. So Kendall's saying, you signed away your rights. And here is the mural that we are talking about that Kendall is accused of ruining. Randy put out a press release on Monday accusing Kendall's company of leaving their recently installed AC/DC mural scuffed and chipped and not making any attempt to restore it. He said he asked them to use a protective layer underneath the mural so the design wasn't harmed. Randy says that Kendall's team failed to do that and instead stuck the sign to the mural with adhesive. It's unclear what Randy is planning to do about the situation, but he's super frustrated and it possibly could get legal. He's just gonna have to take a really long and hard look at that contract he signs, because I'm pretty sure the Kardashian lawyers do not play. And to make it clear, guys, this is what was hung up in front of that mural. It's not actually a painting. It looks like it's a painting, but it's really just like a piece of like fabric or like a sign that they had stuck up onto the wall that ultimately ripped the original paint off of the wall. Speaking of Jenners, let's go ahead and check in with Miss Kylie. Now, King Kylie is slammed as morally corrupt after being accused of stealing a designer's clothes for her Kai line. She has no shame. Kylie Jenner has come under fire after an Australian designer accused her of ripping off her designs, many of which feature an intricate twisted sleeve design. Johansson designer Jessica Johansson Bell reportedly sent the mom of two at least 40 dresses back in 2018. Kylie must have liked those dresses because she used one of them as inspiration for her Kai brand. But she didn't just get inspired by this dress, she completely copied it, down to the fabric that was used in the material. So she stole design from a smaller artist and decided to act like it was her own.
Am I tripping, or did Kylie Jenner just rip off my entire collection? I own the brand Johansson and I've had Johansson for like 10 years now. And we launched a collection so similar to the collection she launched, but we launched ours like 3 or 4 years ago, and it's been our signature range ever since. I've been getting like so many DMs from customers and friends and family just being like, is this your dress? Oh my god, you collaborated with Kylie, like congratulations, and all of these messages. And I'm looking at it, and we've dressed Kylie before, so I just thought it was old stuff. Eventually, after getting so many DMs, I started looking into it and took a dive, and I was so shocked. Look at this. Anyway, so I reached out to their team and they got back to me pretty quickly. And they said, we developed these designs through our team's hard work and innovation.
To be honest, I'm glad that Jessica has the balls to go and call her out, because I would. I mean, this is clearly your design that someone you actually worked with before has completely stolen, and now she's going to make tons of money off of what you had created. And there's no denying that there are several designs that Kylie has taken from her, and there's really no shame at all. Some social media reactions include, "You are the original and Kylie's look like they're from Temu. The designs you have are far superior." Another person wrote, "I hope you sue her." Others beg her to take legal action, telling her to hire a lawyer ASAP. It would be different if Kylie was just, scrolling and stole this design. I mean, it really wouldn't be different. It would still be stealing a design from someone else. But the fact that they had worked with Kylie before, they had dressed Kylie before, she had these designs in her hands and then years later decided to remake them, just shows how bad the situation really is. And I'm sure Jessica would have a pretty solid case in court. Users online are urging people to support Jessica, saying, if you can, let's support small businesses and small creators. Let's not feed into this capitalistic family who doesn't give a rat's ass about us. So Kylie's work is a mess, and it seems like her personal life is messy as well, because she and Timothée Chalamet have drifted apart due to their busy schedules, but they still care about each other. Aww. Since Kylie has been busy promoting her new vodka seltzer line, Sprinter, the actor Timothée is filming a new movie in New York. The distance has apparently been hard for the two to deal with. They're hardly together anymore. One might even say they're on a break. Their lives got so busy they drifted apart. Of course, once their schedules quiet down, that could all change. The source says they still care about each other, so maybe they'll pick up where they left off, or maybe it will be out of sight, out of mind. So I think we can all safely say that Timothée, he is, I can never say his name right, Timothy, he is single. And he didn't like all the attention he got at the Golden Globes when he was with Kylie and kissing her, because he says it really took away from why they were there. His career is taking off and he wants to protect it and let it thrive based on his talent, not who he is or is not dating. Here's a blind item from Kyle Marissa Roth, who has recently passed away on TikTok. You guys know we love Kyle on his channel. We've used so many of her videos, and it's so sad to know that she is no longer with us, but I want her to live on forever. So here's a little clip of our girl Kyle talking about what she does best, the Kardashians and the real tea in Hollywood.
Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet, insiders reveal all about romance amid split rumors. Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet have not split, insiders insist, as they reveal the real reason the couple have not been pictured together at an event since January. Timothy didn't like all the attention he got from the Golden Globes, and the kiss took away attention for the real reason. And we just got literally lit up online. The source added, his career is taking off and he wants to protect it and let it thrive based on his talent, not on who he is or isn't dating. He also wants to protect his relationship with Kyle. Oh, that is adorable. The meme actor has changed his phone number several times over the past couple months because he wants to break it off with the reality star, but he then changes his mind and the process repeats himself. He can't give up using that private jet just yet.
Now, I wonder what Kris Jenner is thinking of Kylie's breakup, because you guys know Kris Jenner has her finger on every one of her daughters and she's running them like a business. And Kris actually thought that Kylie's boyfriend, Timothy Chalamet, would be able to elevate the family. So she thought he would be good for business. So of course, Kris Jenner is pissed to find out that Kylie had fumbled this relationship. The source says that Kris thinks he's the ultimate catch. He's one of the most in-demand leading men in Hollywood. He's son of a Yale-educated mother, Nicole Flinder, and French journalist dad, Mark Chalamet. So he's got a good family life. He comes from money. He comes from smarts. He's a big hit in Hollywood. Kris Jenner is all about it. Now, this is where Kris crosses the line, because when Timothy was dating Kylie, Kris tried arranging brand deals for him and invited him to family gatherings without checking with Kylie first, which I think is majorly overstepping and also weird that she's trying to get him involved in business. Kylie finds this overbearing, the source adds, and Kris has meddled in every one of Kylie's relationships. I do hope that Kris Jenner is doing okay though, because I did see some concerning reports. One article reads that Kris Jenner fans warn, be careful, as star reveals scary weight loss in mini dress for date night with Corey Gamble. While the pics showed both Kris and Corey before their date night, several photos included in the post feature just Kris Jenner alone. In the comment section, you'll see Khloé Kardashian writing, "Mom, you're so stunning." And everyone loves the way that Kris Jenner dresses. But other fans were focused on Kris's slimmer figure and attributed her weight loss success to Ozempic. Another remarked, Ozempic will have long-standing effects upon advanced aging, Kris. Intestinal, follicular, bladder, kidney, please be careful. So a lot of people are worried that Kris Jenner has lost too much weight too quickly, and it seems like almost every other celebrity is going through this Ozempic craze.
You and Mama. Just start in the middle, right here. Ladies looking good right here.
It's your left.
And both looking good right here.
It's your left.
Another person also noted that Kris looked very slim in her promotional photo for a yoga clothing line. She did a campaign for Alo, which is a big influencer yoga workout brand that everybody is wearing, and she does look like a different person. One person wrote, the weight loss is getting scary. Another person wrote, Kris trying to pass as 25 years old is scary. Another person wrote, is Kris on Ozempic now? And then finally, I guess the Ozempic has turned her into Kylie's younger sister, who never exercises but somehow advertises it through Alo. Last month, a video went viral where Kris shocked fans with her appearance in a video. This was a video with Northwest, but most of the fans were focused on Kris's face, with her famous features seeming less sharp than usual. Someone asked, is she melting? Another person asked, what's happening with her eye, makeup, and face? It finally rained in Southern California and the Wicked Witch of the West is melting? What? Now here's that video that Northwest posted and everyone went after Kris Jenner. Now, Kris needs to take care of herself because her sister Karen recently passed away. We've spoken about Karen before on his channel and the feud that Kris Jenner has had with her sister. Kris Jenner's sister Karen unexpectedly died on March 18th. It was initially reported that she died of unexpected reasoning, which is kind of bizarre because she's not like super old, so it's not like of old age. However, later, according to death certificates obtained by TMZ, the actual reason of her death has been confirmed. It looks like Karen had a sudden heart attack and cardiac arrhythmia that proved to be fatal for her. Apart from that, the death certificate also mentioned she had type 2 diabetes as a second factor. It also added that she had bipolar disorder. So shoot, Karen, you were a survivor. Kris Jenner paid tribute to her dead sister on Instagram, writing, "My heart aches for my mom MJ and my niece Natalie, and I pray that God guides us all through this difficult time. Karen was beautiful inside and out. She was the sweetest, kindest, and most sensitive and vulnerable, and so funny. She holds a huge part of my heart, and I'll cherish every single memory we have together. Karen's passing is a reminder that life is so short and precious, and tomorrow, oh, it makes me want to cry. Can you imagine, like, I don't want my siblings to die. And we must tell those we cherish how much we love them. I love you, my beautiful sister." Oh, I can't cry.
I just think it's a little shady that we're finding out about your sister in death, Miss Kris, and it honestly makes it a little sus. It feels like your sister did not like how you came up in the industry. She did not like you for it. And what if she was trying to reveal some shit? There's a lot of stuff coming out right now. What if she was trying to make some extra money and expose you and your family for the frauds and scammers that y'all are, and you got rid of her before she could? I am on to you, Kris Jenner.
Damn, what a sad note to leave on. Like, I literally am like crying, thinking about, like, oh my God, like, you guys know I have a sister and a brother. What if they died? They're gonna die. Hopefully I die before them. What do you want to think about it? And then I start thinking about my future husband one day. And what if he dies before I die? It's hard. Death is hard. Nobody likes death. I did recently interview my parents on my podcast, though. If you guys want to get to know a little bit more about me and where I come from, I interviewed them on the Let's Get Into It podcast, which is linked below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in a new one very soon. Bye, guys.